Hey guys, what's up? It's Teets here. I hope you guys are having a Merry Christmas. Since it is Christmas, I decided to create a Christmas wish list to Santa for everything I'd like to be added or changed for College Football 26. But before we jump into that video, if you could please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss another Tips with Teets in College Football 25. Real head coaches, I don't know why they don't put them in the game. You have Ohio State, Ryan Day, Brian Burnside. You got Kirby Smart, Neil Hobbs. Like, this is definitely a pet peeve of mine. Dabo Sweeney, Garrett Reneto. Then you got out of USC, Lincoln Riley, who's junior Irish. I mean, even Lane Kiffin came out in an article saying that he'd participate in EA Sports College Football 25 for free. So this was last year's game. So you don't even have to pay some of these coaches. Put them in the game. It shouldn't be too much money just to get their names in and even maybe like a photo of them. I think that'd be really cool, very realistic. He mentions right here, free, even though the company doesn't plan on putting coaches in the game when it was initially released. So hopefully 2026 is different and we're able to get those head coaches in there because I know it's a pet peeve of mine. Let me know down in the comments. Is it a pet peeve of yours or am I just tripping? Make head coach pipelines matter. It honestly makes no sense to me why we get the option to select a pipeline in an alma mater, and for whatever reason, it doesn't even affect our coach at all. It doesn't affect the school that we're at. It doesn't bump us up a tier, which it should, and it just makes no sense to me. I know, obviously, if you have Program Builder, it will affect it then, but that shouldn't be the case. If you have a coach that's going to a new school and has a pipeline somewhere different than where the school traditionally recruits from, well, then you should be able to bump up that tier. I try to use it as a strategy from time to time, only to find out on Reddit a few weeks ago that I've been wrong, and I thought it bumped up a tier every time, but it doesn't unless you have this Program Builder. Like, come on, I get that that is part of it, but at the same time, like, you just shouldn't be an option to do this until maybe you get to Program Builder. And then on the options that the coaches get for jersey style, I know we're probably going to get more options in the next game, but I definitely was bummed out when I saw that there was only 2 options, and then you weren't even able to change the shoes or the pants or anything like that, and just went to automatic gray. EA, if you're listening, please give us more options next game. Create a prospect or recruit. This is one of the funnest things that I love to do when I played these games back when they were NCAA football. This is NCAA football 06, I believe. And basically what you do is you just create a prospect for the next year. This makes it a lot of fun. Sometimes, obviously, in online dynasties, you might want to turn this off, but offline dynasties, you can really create a player that'd be really cool, or maybe even a local player that's not in the game yet as a recruit, and you could add him into your dynasty and then recruit him and hope to pick him up in the game. I think this is such a fun option. I really loved doing it when I was younger and you were just trying to make the team a powerhouse or just add a crazy player that normally you would not see in the recruiting board. And it's just a really cool feature that they didn't add, which I get, but I really think it'd be really cool if they could add this into the game for next year. Organize face masks better. I don't know about you, but sometimes it takes me 10 to 15 minutes to find a specific helmet face mask that I'm looking for. It's very, very annoying and frustrating because I feel like they look so similar on those helmets and I get messed up very easily and it takes me so long to find them. Does that happen to anyone else? I know back in this game, the one I just previously showed for Creator Prospect, they would have it set up where the helmet would be first, and then but deciding by the helmet, you would match up the face mask. It was a lot easier to find, and I hope they do this for next game. Generic stadiums in Teambuilder. I know, again, the game just came out, first time in a decade. We're super grateful for it, but not having a generic stadium for Teambuilder was very, very frustrating. I know for a lot of us on Reddit and a lot of us in the community, it was very, very difficult to have someone find all the stadiums that didn't have many logos on it in order to give the feel that this could actually be their stadium. See here in the previous Teambuilder 2013 or 14, whichever one I'm on, they have had it in the past where they had generic stadiums. So I'm really hoping that they add that to Teambuilder and College Football 26. Let us spend player XP. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely am not a fan of letting the CPU always select which skill caps are getting used and getting bought. I would love to have control over this like you do in Madden. I'm very surprised that they didn't allow us to do the same thing that they do in Madden. I get that it kind of makes things a little bit OP, and you can obviously just go for maybe speed only or specific ones that make your player a little bit better than what it might be somewhat realistic wise. But at the same time, I love the flexibility that Madden gives you where you can do that, because what if you have a man coverage guy who's very good at man coverage on defense as a defensive back, but they're only moving up his power or run stopping ability? That's not going to help you at all. Please make this change at College Football 26. Dynamic deal breakers. I think this would be really, really cool if they implemented this in College Football 26. Obviously, every single recruit has a proximity to home grade. I feel like majority of them, that is their main thing. What would be cool is, depending on how close they are to getting recruited or signing with another team, that might change. Maybe halfway through, they're like, you know what, maybe proximity home isn't that big of a deal to me. Let's change my deal breaker to something else. I think that'd be really cool, and I would love to see them add this in College Football 26. Allow online dynasties to ban plays. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there are definitely some cheese plays in College Football 25. The most common one is this one right here, 4 verticals out of the wide stack formation. It should be banned, and it is in a lot of online dynasties, but it'd be really cool if we had the option to automatically ban it, meaning that no one can select the play even if they had it pop up in their playbook. I think it'd make things a little bit easier, a lot more smooth, and I'd love it if they added this feature in College Football 26. Dynamic weather. I know this is a big one for everybody out there, and I really think they should bring it back, dynamic weather. I'm not sure why it's not there. I know they had it in NCAA Football 14, so it is possible, especially with these new engines in the Xbox Series X and PS5. But for whatever reason, we don't have it in this game, and I would really love to see them bring that back, because I don't know about you, but when you start a game at 5 p.m., it should not end in the sunlight when it starts with the sun. So that would be a really, really cool feature that I'm hoping that they implement in 2026, and I really think that they will do that. So let me know down in the comments if that kind of bothered you as well. Crossplay Online Dynasty. Now, this one is a big one for me because I know not all my buddies have an Xbox. Some have a PlayStation, and I want to include them in an online Dynasty, but because I have an Xbox, that is not possible. I would love it if they added crossplay to online Dynasties, because you are able to do it in Road to the College Football Playoff, and it's obviously possible. I believe they have it in Madden. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments, but it is possible. So I'm really hoping they implement that into College Football 26, especially when they see how popular this game is and how it's the #1 selling game in the world right now. Fix the coaching carousel. I don't know about you, but one of my biggest pet peeves in this game is the coaching carousel. Carousel, I don't even know how I'm saying it correctly. But imagine going back-to-back winning national championships and getting a head coaching job at Marshall, and that is your only head coaching offer. That makes no sense to me. You should be able to have the ability to apply or get any of the open head coaching jobs that are available. There are a lot of them that are available every single year, but for whatever reason, they only give us 4 options. Now, this just does not make sense to me, because if you went back-to-back or back-to-back-to-back national championships, pretty much any open head coaching job is obviously going to be willing to give you the head coaching position. Now, that could just be me, but I'm just thinking that that's more realistic. They're not going to turn you down if they're like, oh my gosh, you want a job here? Yeah, we'll give it to you. We just weren't expecting it. I think they need to change that in College Football 26. Create a conference. I would love for this feature to get added. I know we obviously are able to do custom conferences where we can move teams around, and I love that as well because I always bring back the Pac-12. But I think create a conference would be really, really cool, especially bringing back the Big East. You can add a logo in there, maybe creating a team builder specific conference where you create a bunch of different team builder teams and have a conference that they are in that's specific to them. I think this would be a really cool feature, and I think a lot of people would really like this. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, and hopefully they implement this and add this to College Football 26. Bring back high school and Road to Glory. I know I wasn't the biggest proponent in bringing this back, but I've seen all over Reddit and all over social media how many people want high school to come back in the Road to Glory. Don't get me wrong, it was a really cool feature, especially when you're able to use your team builder teams, basically create your high school and then play with them in your Road to Glory story. I thought that was really, really cool. Here you see back in 2014, I created my high school with my high school uniforms, and I'm playing with them. So I thought that was obviously really, really cool. And I think this is probably the #1 thing on my wish list that will get added to College Football 26, like without a doubt, with how much the community really wanted it. Let me know how badly you guys want to see this in there, because I know it's a cool feature, but it's not something that's going to make or break the game, in my opinion. I don't think not having it in College Football 25 ruined the game or made it any worse. I just think it'd be cool if they did add it to College Football 26. More Road to Glory options. I don't know about you, but I would love to have more options than what we were given. The quarterback, halfback, wide receiver, middle linebacker, or cornerback. More options. Maybe a safety option, defensive end, maybe a tight end. There are other options that I would love to see in this game. And one of the biggest ones, again, that I will mention right now is defensive end. I had a blast with that with Madden, and I'm going to show you a few clips here when I did use it. I haven't played it in a long time, honestly. I'm not a big Madden fan, but it was so much fun just coming off that edge, flying off that edge, and making some plays. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Would you guys like more options than Road to Glory? But that'll do it for my wish list, guys. Again, hopefully you guys have a Merry Christmas. And if you guys have made it this far, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss another Tips with Tees in College Football 25. Thanks. I'm out. Peace.